welcome back to the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering. We are here with the next run. We have Paulister, who's running the Pedestrian any percent on PC. Paulister, take it away.
Oh, hello. Thank you very much, and welcome to the Pedestrian. Let me just, for verification purposes, what we're going to do first and foremost is going to reset the thing. We're going to be hearing some of the atmospheric sound as the intro is coming in. But yeah, I'm Paulister. This is the Pedestrian. It's a lovely 2D puzzle platformer, as is usual from runs of mine. And you take control of the little guy in the signs and those exit signs, and you kind of traverse the world through the road signs. So yeah, that's going to be really exciting to see. I hope you can hear the music all right. And so we can get started. So, before we begin, we had an incentive. Male or female character? Let's see it.
Yep, so checking that incentive, we had a last-minute donation from Apache who donates $10, love UKSG, and he has put that on male.
Oh boy. Yeah, by default, with a $10 donation, yeah, we're going to be doing the male character, which means I have to be careful to pick the right character at the beginning of the run. So, without any further ado, let me just switch a few things here, and let's get started, everybody. So, the run will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Gonna pick the male. There we go. Gonna pick the male character. As I said, I needed to be careful. But yeah. Here we go. Lovely atmospheric music to start us into this run of the Pedestrian and show us the first mechanic. 2 different signs can be connected through their doors using those sideways nodes that you just saw. So press F, I connect those 2 nodes, move out of the zone with F, and then it's like there's a path between them. And there we go, that is the Pedestrian, or at least the basic mechanics of the Pedestrian. And yeah, we're going to be seeing those in a bit more of a complex setting here. Seeing this little bit of a snaky pattern. Going up and going all the way down, and yeah, it's just kind of showing those first few most basic mechanics: how to get through a door, how to get through a ladder, how to connect the signs all appropriately. It also shows you that all of those signs that are marked with this iron bar cannot be moved, so you have to maneuver your build around them. Sadly, this might be like the only or one of 2 signs we're going to be seeing in that regard. Everything else is going to be nice and fluid, so we don't have to worry about it one bit. So, next thing, keys. They unlock doors. Unlock doors in the signs, and so you got to get them unlocked. Another little puzzle section here giving us another key and door that we need to unlock. You can move whatever item you're holding between signs, so long as you're just holding it. You're good to go. And we commence with yet another locked door. Now, don't be confused. We are actually crisscrossing the streams this way. And that is intentional because you can't reach that ladder if you do them the other way around. So you have to crisscross the streams, go up here, actually grab the key the first time, not the second, not the third, just the first, and you should be good to go. And then you can drop down. Another lesson here, there is no fall damage. None whatsoever. So you don't have to worry about one bit of your feetsies dying. And then we also get a bit of action in the lever activation community and the button pushers. So yeah, you push those buttons and different things happen. Here's the first skip of the run. There it is. You blink and you miss it. And then we go right here. Once again, it is never as obvious as doing as just kind of connecting them on the same sides. You gotta crisscross them, or you might be stuck, and you'll have to reset. Thankfully, this one goes up and down, so we can go up and down as well with it. And now on to elevators. They go up and down with our commands, like so. It's brilliant. And I tried to kind of, preempt the movement of the elevator there for a quick second. Just to save just femtoseconds of time on each occasion. So yeah, like that. Jumping up. Yeah, this is... Don't actually do this with real elevators, though. Be careful. They are very risky. We continue onwards to this section. We're just going to connect that key over there. We're going to make sure not to mess up this puzzle. We're going to need to go there to activate the switch, and move that up, and then bring that over. Connect those ladders, and then we're on our way. Don't worry about those signs overlapping. It'll show you whichever sign you're on by bringing it to the forefront. So we can afford to do these sort of like really overlappy setups. And they're especially crucial because there's this thing about when you connect two doors from two different signs together that their physical distance actually dictates how long your little sign person will take to move between places. So if they're really far apart, it'll take a long time. If they're like right next to each other, they'll be like zip, zip, super fast. So you just kind of go like this and connecting the signs. You're trying to liberate yourself from the world, this oppressive 2D world. Now, let's talk a little bit about why this is any percent and why there's a category called all levels, I think. So to traverse from world to world, you need to apply certain codes. For each subsequent area, you are given the code as you enter a train. So once you enter the train, you actuate the code and you put it in, you're into the next area. But you don't have to necessarily use the code on each specific area. What you can do instead is the incredibly mischievous act of adding the code of the very last section. So you can just skip like minutes upon minutes of action just for the sake of going fast, which is, on some occasions, pretty good, pretty alright. I'm gonna try a little skip here. And so by quickly letting go and then picking back up, I get a little bit of speed. Can save, again, very small amounts of time all around. Now, watch this. This spool is actually kind of like an extension cord, and you can connect multiple things with it. So as I push this key through the laser, I would die through that laser, the key will not. You can kind of connect all of those things with this extension cable. So what we're going to do now, we have 3 different puzzles that we need to go through. There really isn't much of a strict priority between them, so I'm just going to do this one, the boxy one first, by going here and connecting all of these first, and then immediately going down the first ladder into this underside of this mega room, and then picking up the key, putting it on this platform, and then activating the platform so the key comes up and blocks the laser, opening the path for me to go down and bring it up and turn off the laser, pick up the key, and then go into the underside of this sign, and then open the door, and push the box out of there. And that's the box that we need to bring everything else in order. Now, on to this section, which essentially doesn't really have much technical stuff going on. It is essentially just a bunch of signs that can only go in one way. So we just kind of connect them thusly. And I'm going to do one minor, very, very minor optimization here by going like this. And as soon as I traverse through this sign, connect the last sign with the first, like an Ouroboros, and then just kind of dashing along, picking up the necessary component from this sign, and continuing like so. We're going up there, and that's the example of how closely connected signs take much less time to traverse through them. Because if I had that first sign at the top, that would have been absolutely terrible for my time. On to the last puzzle, again, the spool with the extension cable. We're gonna be putting this here, connecting it with that, bringing this box on top. Watch that box, we're gonna be needing it sometime soon. I need that sign Thank you, game, for providing it to me. And there we go. Connect everything once again. Bring ourselves down. Actuate the spring on the other side of this maze of sorts. Pick up the key. And then use that box we just pushed down. Otherwise, you get soft locked and you do need to die. And then, perfectly on cycle, we just get on there. And we're through with our spool. Now, you might have noticed in those components at that Game Boy at the bottom, I put them both at the very bottom. And this will make absolute sense as to why I'm doing that in a little bit. But first, we're going to need to push this box through this little section so we can get it onto the spring and past the topmost gap so we can use it to get ourselves onto the door and into the train that I mentioned earlier. So the password here it's going to tell us is 199. However, we're going to enter 772 because that is the code for the very last section. So we're going to be doing some with a more advanced elements on one more puzzle, and then we're going to be entering another elevator. Now there's two codes for this elevator, 399 and 444. If you enter 399, you lose a lot of time. If you enter 444, you're doing any percent right. But first, paint. So this paint, normally, if you change these connections as soon as you traverse through them, then your character will reset to the start. So you can't do that. You have to be able to do everything in one go. With this paint, anything that is in a painted green sign remains in place. So you can kind of connect everything and be nice about it and complete the puzzles. Oops. 444 is the code here. You can connect everything and nothing will be reset. So that's a pretty cool mechanic, and if you input 399, it is being used a little bit better. Sadly, we're not going to be doing any of that stuff. We're going to be skipping all of it and going straight to the plot twist of this very game. We're going to be taking this component, bringing it down here, connecting everything, and bringing ourselves to the middle. Suddenly we have a hand. That's holding the Game Boy. And suddenly we are the guy. We are the person. And then we connect this sign and we continue onwards. There isn't really that much left of the run. And watch this. Pay attention to the buildings here and the bridges. You might recognize them on a piece of paper in just a second. So if I just go this way, yeah, just pay close attention to what's going on. And we go to this sign of blueprints, we connect those first, and then we bring our little character boy over here to push this box in a reachable position, and then we go this way over to that very building because that box originally was, and I'll show you, over there, but now it's here. We get to push it over there. And you'll see on the blueprints, instead of being at the bottommost section, it'll be one level higher, and our little guy on the Game Boy will be able to traverse on his version of the buildings by jumping on top of that and going up there and continuing onwards through this section up these platforms. Now let's take a look at a little key pass that I'm going to do by pressing that and pressing F, and now we're going to go back. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up the box from where we had it, because we're going to need it in order to get our guy to the upper right building, that one over there, so he can unlock the gate for us. Yes, the key in the blueprint also corresponds to the key for the gate that is locking our progression. So now I take this box, I plonk it down there, and then I take the key from over there, plonk it down here. You're probably not supposed to do that, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. And so the box comes down, you pick it up, you pick up the key, and you go through the door, and then instantly reset your character, and now we, the human being, can now progress upwards right here, through here, and that there is our character model, by the way. And we go down into the last section of the game, the very last one, the apartment. we need to get into our getaway vehicle, which is locked behind a broken down wall. Not exactly, but you'll see the broken down wall. First, we need to bring up power to the house. Take that little floppy disk, put it on our PC, push this button, and then connect these two flat models. Pick up the key from under the rug, unlock the secret door, and here we are, my friends. That is the final stretch. Get ready on time. That was the Pedestrian. Turns out the real Pedestrian was inside us all along. And so here we go, and time. That was that. That was the Pedestrian.
GG's.
GG's. All right. That was an incredibly high energy run. And it's a PB. I just saw my time on the stream. 13:49 is a 7-second PB. Oh my god.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah. That was a very high octane commentary of the Pedestrian. Again, there was a demo for it on Steam way back when, and I was so happy that the game came out that I knew I had to give it a quick speed run. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. That was really nice. Anyway, Huds, I'm sorry, I kind of took all of your time there for plugs and donations. So if there's anything that you'd like to say, you can take a moment here.
Not a problem at all. That was a fantastic run. Congratulations on the brand new PB. We had a donation come in during your run from Focus Sight. Focus Sight, they donate $15 and say good luck to all the runners at UKSG, and they've put that towards the Mega Man Extreme 2 bid war and towards the X campaign for our Mega Man block later on today. Any final words from you at all, Paulister?
Thank you all for donating, and thank you all for getting us to $1,000 in record time. So yeah, keep those donations coming and enjoy the rest of the event. I've been Paulister. This has been the Pedestrian. Huds, take them away.
$1,000 hype. Yeah, we're going to get ready for the next run. We got Yumi Sabasa, who's going to be running Tetris Attack very hard. But before then, we're going to go to a very quick intermission. We'll be back soon.
Bye-bye.